Fugaza presents In Conversation With. I'm your host, David Batzofin, and my guest today is one of the finalists of Safari Guide of the Year 2021. His name, Mike Medlinger, and let's say good afternoon and welcome to the man himself. Mike, how are you doing?
Good afternoon, David. Nice to be here.
The area that you're sitting in, those bookshelves look very familiar. Let me take a guess. Let me take a wild guess. You're sitting at the NJ Moore Field Guide College in Moratava.
Well, that's right. Hey, well done. I believe you were here for a couple of years, I believe. So yeah, hopefully these bookshelves do look familiar. Hopefully not with the exact same books that they did have when you were here.
I'm hoping that one of my manuals is not still lying there. You never know.
No, I'll have a look. If so, yeah, exactly. I'll post it to you.
2020, Safari Guide of the Year 2021. We've got to forget the decade that was 2020. So this is the big one. This is the 10th anniversary edition of this particular competition. Did you know that your name had been put forward for 2021?
Well, I actually applied for the competition in 2019, but because of COVID and its impact on not just the industry, the guiding fraternity, but also the whole planet, I suppose, undoubtedly. Yeah, I was kind of quite taken aback when they messaged me this year and said, would I like to still be, consider being part of the opportunity? So yeah, it was a very big surprise. Yeah, I just with last year, everybody just accepts that that some things just didn't happen. So it was really fantastic to be thought of. Still.
You've answered my second question, because the second question was going to be, what was your initial response? Well, now we know. It wasn't, I always with the other finalists that I've spoken to. If you go back to beauty pageants, and I'm not for a moment sort of comparing this directly with a beauty pageant, but most of those contestants all go, ooh, I never entered. It was my friend / aunt / mother / uncle who entered me, and here I am. But you were well aware, well, you had already applied, so you knew that there might be a possibility. And here, is this a dream come true for you then?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I think when you're a young aspiring guide of any kind in any part of the country, I think one of the things you dream of is being able to learn from the other people that are in this competition, and being part of it, and even in a very small way, is a very exciting prospect. So yeah, definitely was a dream of some kind, but you never really bank on it, because you don't know how and when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen, but you just try your best. And so yeah, it was definitely a major life goal, which has been really lucky to sort of work out.
I just hope when you sit down to the birding portion of this particular competition, you don't take one look at the list or one listen to the first call and go, this is not a dream, this is a nightmare. Where is the
cloud? Well, exactly. No pressure on the birding, I suppose. But the thing with I guess with the competition is that it's just great to be around the people who are going to be here, and to learn from not only the older guys in the industry and the people who run the competition, but also the other contestants. The people that are at the top of their game, as it were. And it's just a great place to be around people like that, even just for a few days. So that to me is kind of the main benefit and goal of being involved. So yeah, if we get all sorts of contact calls of sticklers, then and sort of wing snapping of larks, then we might have a bit of trouble, but it won't be a problem at all, really, because the main goal is to have taken part, really.
Yeah, for me it's larks and pipits, but that's a whole different story for a different competition.
Yeah, no, I mean, when it comes to birding, it is my major passion. So yeah, I mean, larks and pipits and sticklers, there are little ways here and there, but yeah, definitely we can chat. Another chat conversation for when there's half an hour with some coffee and some tea.
Well, we've got end of June, between modules, so to speak.
100%.
Are there any activities that you're going to be focusing on between now and the competition at the end of June?
Well, currently here we're busy with trails, so we're about to start our trails course. So walking will be a major part of my life. But what's really great about walking is you learn everything all over again. And so I think everything is really my answer. There is no one thing. I perhaps, could work on my shooting, which is always, good to get more practice in. But I think it's good to sharpen all those skills. It's a great opportunity to fine tune everything that you enjoy about being in the bush and what you can learn.
So that leads me on to my next question. My next and final set of questions is, what do you see your biggest strength going into this competition as?
I guess just having fun, having the ability to have fun. I'm not really going to put too much pressure on myself in terms of the competition, but really just enjoy, as I say, being there. But, in terms of the different categories or, Olympic events, as it were, I think birding is definitely one of my stronger points. But as I say, you never really know until on the day what's going to happen, but it's going to be a fun game nonetheless,
And the flip side of that, your biggest challenge?
Maybe the shooting, maybe the rifle handling part, simply because just getting used to it again and practicing. But I think, that perhaps will be the thing that will be the most challenging, shall we say that.
Mike, I wish you all the very best for the end of June and for the competition. You seem to have the right mindset. Everybody I've spoken to is going into this, obviously to win or to try and win, but also just to absorb the knowledge, not only, as you said, from the contestants, but from the judging panel as well, which I can promise you is superb in every sense of the word.
And really just to enjoy the moment. I think that's the thing, is that you won't get another chance. So it's going to be like a once in a lifetime thing to enjoy, I think.
Great stuff. Once again, Mike, thanks very much for being a guest this afternoon. I wish you all the very best in your prep work between now and the end of June for Safari Guide of the Year 2021.
Thank you.